thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Welcome. You're now tuned into Fame Leigh LLife. The good, the bad, and ugly, past, present, future, what it is, what it was, and what it looks like. Because it is what it is, and it's going to be what it's going to be. Yes, indeed. I don't know about you, but I see dead people. Yes, indeedy. But before I get into it, there's a little backstory that I think I need to cover before we delve, before we go fish. And before we do go fish, allow me to propose a toast to life after death. Life after death. It feels deep just saying that, you know? Because there's so many forms one dies, so many ways one can die while living. So many ways a person can be reborn on one human life cycle. But to be reborn, one must die. A toast to life after death. So, Fame Leigh LLife sees dead people. Before I get into it, I went on a walkabout for about a year and a half. And for those of you that don't know what a walkabout is, that's more or less a spiritual journey, a mental journey, even a physical journey. But you don't really need to travel to go on a walkabout. The journey is more so within, discovering what's inside of you. And for me, my walkabout did not come about the normal way walkabout goes. An Australian acquaintance of mine put me on to the idea and the meaning of what a walkabout is. And I think the Australians, the Aussies, they coined the walkabout philosophy. The flies have come to play. But I didn't go to Australia to have my walkabout. My walkabout took place mainly in my apartment, where I did a lot of meditating, a lot of fasting, and a lot of visualizing and feeling what it means to be alive. So during my walkabout, I would go many days without eating, just water, a lot of contemplation, and just listening to how my body responded to this new stimuli, this new form of existence. And if anyone knows what it feels like to fast or to meditate on an extremely intense level, you become extremely hypersensitive to your surroundings, to your feelings, to everything, to life, to existence. And this time frame is what led me to seeing dead people. One dead person in particular, my aunt, who passed away. I had a very loving relationship with my aunt. I didn't get to see her as much as I would have loved or liked to because of circumstances that life brings about. But whenever we did see each other, we spent a loving time together. And she passed away quite suddenly, I might say. And the last time that I'd spoken to her was on a specific day, the 22nd. The 22nd. a few years ago. So if we fast forward to when I was doing my walkabout about a year ago, the day in question happened to be the 22nd. Didn't think anything of it, just a regular day, doing my fasting thing. And then I happened to notice a fly around my face. So, when you do one of these, like, get out of here, fly. Go away, And when the fly decided to land, it landed on the microwave, right on the clock. And the clock said 2200 hours. Now, I live in Sweden and predominantly use military time. So it was 22 o'clock. And I believe that it happened exactly as it should have, because had I not been in such a hypersensitive, hyper-aware state in that moment, I probably would not have recognized that it was the 22nd. The fly landed on the microwave at 22 o'clock. And instantly, when I looked at these two scenarios, I remembered, for some reason, that my aunt had passed away and that the last time we spoke was on the 22nd. And so I looked at the fly and I said, "Auntie, is that you?" And without missing a beat, the fly flew right on my nose. Right on my nose. And so I knew instantly that my aunt came back to protect me, to visit me, to be with me in the form of a fly. And believe you me, in any normal scenario, I would think anyone telling me this story has lost a few marbles. But when you begin to expand your mind, when you begin to expand your life and expand your understanding for things that are round about you, you get such a sense of clarity, such a sense of oneness with 10. I like to call 10 the all-knowing, the all-seeing, that oversoul, the source, whatever you call it, God, the universe. That's 10 to me. And we'll get into another time why and how I came about the name 10, but you become closer, and that sense of oneness becomes ever so real when you decide to journey within and search for that oneness. And so ever since then, whenever I see a fly in my family, they're always trying to swat it and shoo, fly, shoo. But me, I just say, "Hey, Auntie, I love you. Good to see you again." Good to see you again. Yes, numerology, numbers have been a large source of communication between me and 10. It's allowed me to really hone in on life, on trying to figure out what 10 wants from me, how 10 and I can, I suppose, have a harmonious dance. And it's such a beautiful feeling when you feel at peace and at ease and complete harmony with everything. I feel that. Boy, oh boy, do I feel it, and I love it. Reunited, and it feels so good. Oh, man. Just getting the vibrations right. That's what we're working on, just getting the vibrations right. And I feel good. So, have you seen any dead people lately? If you do, say hi. They need love too. But before I let you go, I have a question for you. What have you forgotten? Go fish.